You know that anger you deal with like a person that's just completely stupid. What's wrong with your brain? Like why do you not see what you are? Like, and I get there with the women. I truly do.
As a man, I expect you to provide. Under no circumstances will I ever touch bills.
They lay you down, they spray you down, but they don't stay around.
I've never done anything remotely wrong in my life, ever.
Always gonna love me more than I'm ever gonna love you. And if a man wants to be in my life, he needs to spend his every waking hour thinking of ways on how he needs to convince me that he should even be great.
This whole threat of women, oh, you're gonna grow old and die alone. No, we're not. That's not a threat. We have our friends. We have our sisters with us. Did you ever see the Golden Girls, my dude?
Oh my God.
That's not a cautionary tale. It's a goddamn victory lap.
Listen, don't make a scene, all right?
I want to talk to that fucking bitch.
Hey, be fucking nice. Don't fuck up in here.
You know, sometimes we get so wrapped up in how a problem bothers us, we don't see what the problem really is.
All y'all do the same shit, whether if you was some homeless shit trying to dig cigarettes out of a trash can or you live in the White House.
She's going to have issues for the rest of her life.
Emotionally daunting and hurtful when I just keep hitting a wall, you know.
The whole reason why I really didn't, pursue it because he was a good guy.
You gotta know when to say when, bitch. Our coochie cutter days are over. Forever 21 was a lie. Sit down. Stop playing with yourself.
Women have it hard. Okay, women have it hard. You have no idea what women go through every day. Okay.
Let them genuinely talk. You'll see real fast like, oh my God, this bitch is dumb as hell.
I've slept with over 200 men.
200 men?
I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up.
The reason why these men keep threatening you about being single and dying alone and you're a cat lady is because you being single is the greatest threat, especially to this modern day man. Don't fall for his nonsense talking about you gonna be a cat lady. Say thank you.
Men are inside of women's down their guys are literally into a girl's.
We'll return after these messages.
She wouldn't have to resort to online dating. If her personality was just so great and she was amazing.
She might not have told you this, but my daughters do not respect men. So I'm letting you know that now, and I'm not joking when I tell you that, brother. And they have mouths when it comes to them getting into disagreements and engagements with men. And they will verbally put some lashings on you, brother, because they don't respect men. I'm just giving it to you forefront, brother, so you know what you're going in.
I am so sick of men. I am so sick of y'all's ass.
The majority of these men are either, all, as far as I'm concerned, all of these men are either cheaters, will physically, emotionally, mentally hit you. They will disrespect you. They are on the DL, bisexual, gay, whatever.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.
They don't know how to make plans. They don't know how to be good communicators. They don't know what they want. And they act like children.
Lots of things wrong when it comes to women. I'm not a devil, and by no means am I a monster.
Oh, Lord, I know it. If she says something intelligent, I'll give her credit for it. But I'm willing. There's gonna be some dumbass shit.
I'm going. I want my money right now.
Don't get your money. Don't worry.
The arrangement is over.
No kidding. No kidding!
I'm not just having sex with one, not two, but three different guys. That's right. I'm a player, but that's cool because I got it like that.
We're the leftovers, Kendra.
Who's the leftover?
We're the leftovers, and I saw it. I read an article.
Who's the we? Who's the we?
They said that anybody above the age of 30 are leftovers.
Honey, I'm not leftover or nothing. I'm a specialty. So let me tell you something. I'm trying to be kind.
This concept of I could do better, bitch, at least 85% of men who approached women were really out of the woman's league. The only thing that kept a woman in a league was because she looked a little cute and she might suck a dick. That was it. At least 85% of men who have approached 100% of women were out of the women's league, for real. Like on some real shit, not just, looking cute for that 5 minutes, but on some real, like on character levels, intellect levels, the man's out of her league.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo. A lot of these men are sticking their eggplants down the throats of Billy's mouth.
You tell someone you're single and you look good, I'm riding around and I got a drop top for the summer, a truck for the winter, the work truck out front, and folks is looking at the outside like, why is she single? Why does she have? There's nothing wrong with being single. I'm single, sexy, happy, living and enjoying life. And when the right one comes along, by the grace of God, I'll know it and we'll move ahead from there.
Okay.
Did you know that 25% of women in the United States are getting treated for a mental illness? That means 75% of them are running around untreated.
Misogynist. As he said, misogyny is still real in our community.
I would say, number one, I know it's a shock to everyone, but sexism remains real and a very pertinent issue. But
most people just don't want to deal with them because on average, they just are not good, genuine people to be around. They're good to look at. They're good to work at brothels. They're good to, try to take over a bar. They're good when they're handing you food as they're a waitress or they're on a call center call or something like that. But anything other than that, we really don't want 85% of y'all around. Just leave. It's sad to say, but it's the reality on it.
Women will continue to only hook up with the top 10% of men because there is literally no reason for them to mess with anybody else.
The most handsome man I had ever seen in my life, and I decided that he needed to be mine.
So he drops her off and tells her it's not him, it's her.
I can feel him running through my veins. He's still in me.
He was gorgeous. He was 6'3".
Oh,
He's
gosh.
been an engineer at Apple for 11 years and 39. He was way out of my league. And he did not ask for my number at the end of it.
Will I ever stop crying over emotionally unavailable men? No. But will I at least stop trying to date them? Also, no. How come every time you have sex with someone, they leave?
Whatever you want. I'll cook for you, wait on you, make love to you. I can make you happy, Josh. I can make you so happy.
Okay, because I'm the type of woman, I have money. I got my own money. I get my own bag. I don't got to deal with nobody's shit. So if you're treating me how I don't want to be treated, if you doing shit you ain't got no business doing in a relationship, we're done. And I don't got to stick around. A lot of women settle. I don't. I know my worth. And a lot of people don't like that. They don't want you to know your worth and what you deserve. I do.
If you keep saying, oh, she's too masculine, what it means is you too feminine. If I got more bars than you, that's really a diss to you, not a diss to me.
You don't offer nothing here other than an orgasm. That's about all you offer me is an orgasm. That's it. Okay, everything else is going to be a constant headache, nightmare, walking on eggshells, whatever the fuck. Everything else is going to be that. There is no benefit that after the orgasm, there's not much benefit really to keep one woman around too long.
Whatever happens in the end, I will be a strong, powerful woman. It's your
Of course. If she thinks it's anything less than the best, then it's not going to happen.
I'm always right in the end.
She has no problem attracting men, but the problem is she can't keep a man around because once they realize who she really is, they can't fucking stand her.
And when she's a bitch, you let her know you've been a bitch. And if she get mad, look at the bitch being mad.
We have the ability to be somewhat what you call difficult. It's not difficult. We just have a baseline standard. And if you can't meet that standard, that's okay. A lot of men cannot.
This whole concept of women lowering their standard, bitch, you are the low standard. The fuck are you on about? I don't even lower my standards. You are the low.
I'm not desperate. I mean, I have plenty of people in my inbox. However, they are not the ones that are marriage material to me.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Girl, I'm the shit.
I'm the shit. That's why a lot of them can't keep a man around. Okay, because once you deal with them outside of fucking, then it's like she figures that, you know, since she's been through a lot and she's a tough, independent woman, that I have standards and my standards are here. And if you do not touch these standards, you have no chance with my pussy. And they're just so incredibly difficult to get with. You're like, fuck it. You know, I don't even want to fuck you anymore.
Oh, well, a man ain't never left me. I left them. My fiance that I was engaged to, I broke that off. We bought a house together and everything, and I still cut it loose.
My first husband was a good man, and I divorced him.
I want this. Okay, here you go. Boom, take care of it. I want this. Here you go. Take care of it. Handle that. I want this. All right, boom. It's not, oh my God, you a gold digger. Oh my God, you keep
and
asking.
my question for you
oh
is,
my God, you are so needy. No, here you go, babe. What you want? All right, what else?
My question is this,
that's
very
a queen.
simple.
That's princess treatment. That's energy.
Guys,
That's what guys need to start doing.
Indeed.
Cause y'all not gonna die with that money. Spend that. Yeah, it costs to be a boss.
What more do you want from me? Oh my.
All men are liars and all men cheat.
No, all men that you attract are liars and cheats. That's not the truth. That's just the men that you attract. So don't speak for all men. There's some good men out there that don't lie and don't cheat, but you just haven't been attracting those type of guys. And you got to figure out, what are you doing to not attract those type of guys?
This is true.
Look who's talking.
That singleness only hits you at night. When you ripping and running throughout the day, when you at work, when you know, whatever extracurricular activities, when you're doing hobbies, when you're at the gym, you don't even care about being single. That's not even on your mind. But when you pull up to the house at night and you get in that bed alone, that's when you be like, I really wish I could cuddle up with somebody, or I really wish I could tell somebody about my day.
I got my own money, and you couldn't get yours. Ho, you better figure it out. I don't give a fuck who you is. Yeah, I don't give a damn. Yes, that's right. You didn't make this motherfucking money. And just because I got this shit don't mean I got to give it to you because you having a hard time. Figure it out, ho. What I got to do? Bring your motherfucking ass on for everything I got them doing in this motherfucking world because your sorry, good for nothing, goat mouth, mammy having ass gonna come to me for nothing because you ain't got shit, because you didn't handle your own, because you didn't take care of your motherfucking self. This bitch is crazy. I ain't giving you nothing, ho. Get it out the mud. Suck some dick. You fucked all them niggas for free. Want you to ask them for some money?
You want a man who knows how to just walk away because he got something better to do, and it's not you. You know that anger you get when you deal with like a person that's just completely stupid? What's wrong with your brain? Like why do you not see what you are? Like, and I get there with women, I truly do.
As a man, I expect you to provide. Under no circumstances will I ever touch bills.
They lay you down, they spray you down, but they don't stay around.
I've never done anything remotely wrong in my life, ever.
Always gonna love me more than I'm ever gonna love you. And if a man wants to be in my life, he needs to spend his every waking hour thinking of ways on how he needs to convince me that he should even be graced by my presence.
This whole threat of women, oh, you're gonna grow old and die alone. No, we're not. That's not a threat. We have our friends. We have our sisters with us. Did you ever see The Golden Girls, my dude?
Oh my God.
That's not a cautionary tale. It's a goddamn victory lap.
Listen, don't make a scene, all right?
I want to talk to that fucking bitch.
Hey, be fucking nice. Don't fuck up in here.
You know, sometimes we get so wrapped up in how a problem bothers us, we don't see what the problem really is.
All y'all do the same shit, whether if you was some homeless shit trying to dig cigarettes out of a trash can or you living in the White House.
She's going to have issues for the rest of her life.
Emotionally daunting and hurtful when I just keep hitting a wall, you know.
The whole reason why I really didn't, pursue it because he was a good guy.
You gotta know when to say when, bitch. Our coochie cutter days are over.
You're not getting in my panties without you coming out the pocket.
See, that's crazy.
And it's not even a case where I call it selling. See?
What is it then?
No, because I'm not gonna say pay me and I'm gonna give you.
Ask for something. That's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Okay, explain.
You have to do it with class.
Right,
I call it doing it with class. So I'm gonna ask you for something.
Right.
If you don't give it to me, you don't provide it, I don't want to talk to you.
That's fine.
That Ed Sheeran with Justin Bieber. I don't care when I'm with my baby. Yeah, I like that song. I like that. It's catchy shit, but it's lying to you, motherfucker. That's just lying.
All right. Justin Bieber, I don't care when I'm with my baby.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? I tried to avoid two memes playing at once, but I guess I missed one. Yep, I did. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Everybody hit the like button. We about to get into some ridiculous nonsense as usual. But I want to show y'all something real quick. That stream we did last night was too hot for TV. It was too hot for YouTube. It got tagged. It got flagged. This video is limited in some ways. Viewers must be signed in and at least 18 years old. Uh-oh. This might be the end of my channel. This might be the beginning of the end, y'all. I wonder, was it the thumbnail with the bitch's head on on a cow body? That might have alerted them. Guess I took it too far. So yeah, it says certain types of adult sexual content such as nudity, sexual acts, sexual audio or sounds, including explicit language or narratives, and excessive profanity or lewd language may be removed or age restricted if it's not appropriate for all audiences. So I think I'm going to delete that stream some point today. Maybe I can erase it off my record. But yeah, y'all y'all witnessed something last night that YouTube deemed too real for the tube. So yeah, you can watch the replay of that. I'm gonna delete it. If you ever want to watch the replay of it, it'll stay up on BitChute and Rumble, where motherfuckers have the freedom to speak. So yeah, it was pretty much a 4-hour stream last night, if you include the Rumble portion. But yeah, I'm gonna have to delete that one. Let's hope this stream is good, but not that good, I guess, to get kicked off of YouTube. Tune in to or join the membership. $5 a month. I just did a great
Another
reaction to this video, and it's 30 minutes. So if that tells you anything, the actual video is only 3 minutes, and I made it 30 minutes with my commentary. I gotta show y'all something real quick. Where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at? That's a fine motherfucker right there, ain't it? In the middle, and she over 50. So if you want to see more of her and me reacting to her, go join the membership and see that exclusive episode I just did an hour ago. Anyway, let's get into the video. I didn't even have anything lined up, but we'll find something. Everybody hit the like button. I'm going to stay on 2 hours. I'm going to be the $10 live stream goal. Cash App, PayPal, pin to the top. Cash App, PayPal, pin to the top of the chat. Also in the description. Or you could do super chat, super sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Let's find some ridiculous nonsense to get into. I guess we'll start with this.
Hi.
So off top, this bitch corny. She 45 and she doing this fake corny wake up where she's stretching. Ma'am, you had to set the camera up. You had to get the lighting right. You made sure your outfit was good. You forgot a piece of lint on your comforter. But yeah, you set all this up. You're not really waking up. But I get it. You too old for this shit. But then again, when you don't have any friends, any kids, or any husband, this is the corny, goofy, childish shit you do on a Saturday morning. But let's start it from the beginning.
I'm Camille. I'm 45 years old, divorced. I don't have kids, and I live alone in Miami Beach. My life didn't turn out exactly the way I imagined it would when I was younger. I'm single. I don't have close friends or family nearby, and most days, it's just me. Welcome to a Saturday in my life.
Hold on, did I see something back there? I hate to. Oh, well, maybe that's what got me kicked off or got my video age restricted last time. I don't know what I said last night that was oh so crazy. Maybe y'all could remember something. Oh, I did say something about plucking Tommy Lauren. I think I did say something about plucking Tommy Lauren. Or I talked about how she wasn't that hot or something. I don't know what did it. But I'm just gonna for educational purposes, I'm just gonna rewind that. Not for anything sexual. I'm just gonna rewind it.
Welcome to
Okay, never mind.
your 40s or any age, I've come to a point now where I actually love living alone, and I really want to start this series to kind of share just what it's like to be in your 40s or any age really. You live alone and it's just you. For me, I love it because it's just so peaceful. I could do whatever I want to do when I want to do it, and I love my own company. So today I have a fun day planned for us.
Okay. And we're not gonna stay on this one long. But I'm sure there are upsides to living alone. There definitely are upsides to living alone. I don't doubt that. But keep it real, man. Cause even me, or even like, cause I tell men, be a live out boyfriend at best. You know, live alone, don't live with a woman. They're cray cray. But even those men are gonna get lonely at times. There's gonna be downsides to not having a woman or just another person to help you in the house at times. There's pros and cons to everything. So why not? But see, so why not tell both sides of the story? You're only hurting your own credibility. You know what I mean? We don't believe you if you're only. I mean, reasonable people don't believe this shit you're trying to sell. If you only trying to tell one side of the story.
A lot of it is going to be at home, but I'm also going to take you for a walk along a very popular area in Miami. I will most likely go and check out one of my favorite places in Miami.
She don't got nothing coming on Miami Strip, Miami streets, Miami Beach. She don't got nothing coming. See, this is what I want her to dive in on, because we already know she capping in front and fronting and capping. We already know she doing that. Please tell us, ma'am. And we ain't gonna stay on this too long, but please tell us, ma'am. So you want to be single from 45 to 85? Is that what you gonna try to fucking sell us? Because we ain't buying it. I hope she dive in on it fast too.
Especially to see a sunset. I also need to get a few groceries at Trader Joe's, so I'll take you along with me for that. I received this package a while ago, so I'm gonna finally open it and see what's inside. Very curious. It's a very huge.
We just weren't meant to be alone. Life is about people. Life is about bonds. We weren't meant to just go to some fucking office job and come home and watch TV until we die. That just wasn't the purpose of our existence. Whether God made us or the ETs, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't their purpose for us. Either way. Let me skip to her talking because I don't care about her opening the package. You know, all that is stupid. Let's see what she's talking about here. Don't care. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care.
Some seagulls. Sometimes you see seagulls and all types of things.
Okay, that's stupid. Let's go to this one.
can I say that? Like, it is scary for me to say out loud that I may not want to be in a relationship. Like, do you get that? Like,
It's once again capping and fronting and capping. So let's just say it says late 30s. Let's just say 37. I think 38 is. We'll say 37. Ma'am, wait, hold on. She wants a BBL but doesn't want to work out. Interesting. You're lying to yourself. I don't want to be in a relationship. There's a lot of pain and trauma by the time a woman gets to this point where she's 37 and she's contemplating, you know what? I don't even want to be in a relationship for the next 50 years. That's not normal. You didn't come to that conclusion out of a place of love, joy, and success. I'll just put it like that. You just didn't. But let's let her cook a little bit, and then we might go over the part 2 of that Tommy Lauren video. See if I can find it. Everybody hit the like button.
ended up, but just like kind of like feel
Tommy Lauren Men Are Trash Part 2.
same day.
Is this the part 2? I think this is the part 2. Yeah. Oh, here you go. This one didn't blow up as much. Well, actually, I don't know how much. I think she posted it on Facebook, so I don't know how. I wonder if I could AI it. Hold on, bear with me. I want to see if we can find out how many views her original post got on Facebook. I wonder, did she delete it? Let's see if AI can tell me. AI, how many views did Tommy Lauren's Men Are Trash video on Facebook Live originally get, or still has, or has now, if the video is even still up on her original account? It says it was published as a standard social video rather than a Facebook Live broadcast. While it generated widespread media coverage, exact cumulative view counts were never publicly disclosed or archived by metric platforms. Okay. The video is no longer publicly active or available on her official Facebook page. Shocker. It got millions of views. At least 1 million views. And let me see how popular the second one was. Tommy Lauren posted a rebuttal to Men Are Trash video called PSA for Boyish Men Part 2. Is that video still up? And if not, how popular was it? It's not really important, but let's get into it. As a matter of fact, let's finish that other video we was about to do, and then we'll get into this. Her part 2 to what we did last night, in the video that I'm gonna have to delete, and it'll only be available on Rumble and BitChute because YouTube deemed it inappropriate for something I said. I went too far last night, y'all. I went too far. Let me see what y'all saying in the comment section real quick. Y'all can hear me, right?
So, I've been single for about 7 or 8 years.
Red fucking flag. Red fucking flag already. See, all you gotta do is let them talk. We're not even 20 seconds into the video, folks. She's been single for 8 years. I don't even know what
Yo, stay away from this bitch with a 10,000 foot pole. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. I gotta rewind that shit. Well, this is why you didn't see, because they dumb as fuck. They dumb as fuck.
I want my eggs cracked, meaning I want a child. I want my name dropped, meaning I want to be married. I'm not around with you. I am not your bed maiden. I am not your maid. I am not your floozy or your. You are going to have to give me something substantial.
So, I mean, she's no supermodel, but she's not the worst looking woman in the world. But there is no way to re-flip that, to reword it, to work around it, make it sound like it's not that big of a deal. It's a huge deal because you got the easiest thing to sell on earth, which is pussy. So, and I'm not gonna go on a long rant here. There is no justifiable excuse for why she's been single. As a fit, I guess she's attractive. I don't know what to say about her looks, but she's a fit, decent enough looking black woman. There is no good reason why she should have been single for 8 years. There's plenty of bad reasons why that we can think of, but I can't think of one good reason why she's been single for 8 years that's going to be good for the man that eventually signs up for this.
Be single. Stay the fuck away from men. I don't give a fuck. Totally. I have no issue with that. Just don't come crying to me, calling at you sad because you had to hug your dog because you had a panic attack. Because don't no man want you. And everybody else at the party got a spouse but you. Now you sitting up crying yourself to sleep on wine, hugging a damn cat.
Once a woman hits 30, she cannot love you. Okay? And the marriage is not because she loves you. Okay? That marriage is for her to show to other people that she could fix her past, that she messed up.
Why the fuck can't she keep a fucking man? The easiest thing on earth to sell is pussy. You would have a harder time finding drinkable water in Walmart than selling pussy. If this bitch can't sell her damn pussy, that, trust me, dude, that is a much bigger problem than you think it is. Woo! At that point, hey, like I said, either she's an easy town bicycle or keep her the fuck away from me. Because she's proved what she is over the last 15, 20 years.
World premiere, everybody. World premiere memes.
The truth is, there's no containing it. Tax, trauma, and titanium. Oh, every guy she meets, she's draining him. Oh, tax, trauma, and titanium. The treacherous tease. Where all my scamming ass niggas at? Spending that money fast. 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, going that go, y'all bad. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Yeah. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Nigga, spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Nigga, spin that shit. I like a gangsta ass nigga making more than 10 figures. I'm a down ass bitch riding with you in the swag. Only fuck with the hitters for his girl here. A trucker calling up a trap phone. Pussy nigga, where you at? Where you at?
One more time, y'all. You gotta run it back. We gotta run it back for the world premiere, like they used to do on the radio or whatever. Replay. One more time. One more fucking time.
The truth is, there's no containing it. Tats, trauma, and titanium. Oh, every guy she meets, she's draining them. Oh, tats, trauma, and titanium. The treacherous tease bring shame to them. Oh, tats, trauma, and titanium. Every year it's always the same with them. Tats, trauma, titanium. The treacherous three. Tats, trauma, titanium.
Can I say that? Like, it is scary for me to say out loud that I may not want to be in a relationship. Like, do you get that? Like, so I've been single for about 7 or 8 years. Let's talk about it. So if you scroll back and look at some of my older videos, you'll know that I was previously engaged. I got engaged, oh God, well over 10 years ago. And we broke it off because it was not the right situation for us. Like, essentially we were on 2 different pages around like what our lives should look like long term.
Exactly. And this happens. This happened with Kendra G, and this happens with a lot of women. Look, you supposed to get on his program. It's not about your life. See, women don't know their position. This is why everything is out of whack. This is why everything is out of whack. It ultimately comes down to, do I pursue a family or do I pursue my own selfish endeavors? Women have to make that decision early in life. You have to prioritize one or the other. And see, here's the funny thing. I mean, it could have been over where we're gonna live or whatever, but you're supposed to follow your man. See, you don't know your fucking place as a woman. And I'm gonna give the other side. Whatever well, you know what? Let's start here. She didn't really like him and respect him. She didn't really love him and respect him. When a woman is head over the heels in love with you and respect you, she dropping everything and getting on your program. They'll meet Pookie at 2 a.m. in a white van, 3 hours away at 3 a.m, and she got to go to work at 8 a.m. for good dick and charisma from a 6'4" nigga. They'll be a drug mule for a 6'4" handsome nigga with charisma. But the nice good guy who trying to get married in his early 20s, nah, we on different paths. Let's break off the engagement. See what I'm saying? So whatever she wanted to do, she could have did it as a married woman. They could have worked out a plan where whatever she wanted to do. So it's not like she just had to completely give up her dream. But women have to prioritize family first and then work out her dream on the back end. It's not that women can't have it all. Women can have it all. But okay. But that's beside the point. I wanted to make that point. But ultimately, she didn't love and respect him. And that's why she chose to just do her own thing other than carry on with starting a family with that man. And she's not bad looking. And what it boils down to, Another element of all this, being a fit, attractive bitch in America, it's like being a C-list celebrity. So her option was settle down with this motherfucker and probably live a mediocre life. I mean, because what was he, 25, 26-ish? She said well over 10 years ago, and she like, let's just say she's 38. So what, when, yeah, she was 25, 26, something. He probably wasn't swimming in dough. So sit down with this average Joe motherfucker and fold socks and get puked on by babies, or go live a celebrity life by being a young hot black bitch twerking upside down on a handstand. Which one do you think she's gonna pick? Getting all this attention and money and good dick and fun, or get puked on by babies and fold this nigga socks making $50K a year? Which one sound more appealing? But see, when women don't choose honor and integrity and the right thing early, they're fucked for life. They don't have many years to pick the right path in life. And once they go down the right path, I'm sorry, once they go down the wrong path, they're usually cooked for life and don't even realize it. I bet when she made that decision to not go forward with that man, she didn't picture she'd be 38 on YouTube talking about, I think I'm just gonna be single for life. I bet that wasn't in her cards. Anybody? I bet it wasn't in her cards. And let me dive in on this real quick. Thanks, X. Thanks. So women rarely leave a man unless she thinks she can do better than him. Most women don't leave a man to go be single for the rest of her life. I promise you. I promise you that. So if a woman leave you, it's because she thought she could do better. Fucking period. Now, okay. Well, some would say, well, yeah, if he beating and cheating and a degenerate gambler and an alcoholic and all that, then she should try to do better. Yeah, I mean, I would agree. But then, how the fuck was she dealing with a man like that anyway? See, that's the myth, that they get tricked. You got tricked into getting a beating, cheating, gambling, coke addict. You didn't get tricked. You knew he wasn't a good guy when you first met him. So likely you're gonna break up with him to try to do better, but it's gonna be a similar bad boy. Because once they've been on the bad boy cock carousel, they can never respect a good, decent dude. But yeah, that's the biggest myth, that they don't like bad boys and they don't like that chaos and emotional roller coaster that the gambling, beating, cheating monster put her on. But let's just get back into it. But, ultimately, because even after she's been with the beating, cheating, gambling drug addict, now she's damaged goods at that point. I don't want some woman who went through all that trauma. So ultimately, women have from 14 to 24 to not become a train wreck woman. And if she don't figure out how to not be a train wreck woman from 14 to 24, it's usually over and it only get worse from there. They don't have much time to get on the right path, y'all. They really don't. And really it's 14 to 22. But let's get back into it. Let's talk about the reform thug. Do I got that meme? It's gonna be too hard to find. I want to talk about the reform thug archetype real quick. I want to see if I can find that meme real quick though. Let's see if I can find it.
I don't like a man that's in the streets, but I like a man that's a reform thug. That's what I like to call them, a reform thug. Like, you know, they can get with it or whatever.
Yeah, I want to be clear about this, and I'm gonna talk about the reform thug. That 100K shit is played out. That 100K shit is a myth. These women are talking about 250K. That's the lifestyle that they have in mind. Okay, and let's be. That's what these women are talking about. But they don't know about money. Like they just say shit they hear on the internet and TikTok and on Kendra G videos. They don't even know the reality of 100K. Like the actual spending power of it, and actually having a family and that be the budget of the family, not just scammers and drug dealers taking you on vacations with the 100K. See, they don't know the reality of a family 100K. They don't know the value of a dollar within the context of actually making a family work at all. They just know about like dopamine hits, short-term trips, flings, situationships, bars. But they don't know how money spends in a family. It's completely different, right? So with all that being said, they're talking about 250K. Because when in the context of a family, we got to retire on this money, kids tuitions and cars and investments and emergency funds, and you see what I'm saying? But anyway, let's talk about the reform thug. Let me get a bitch up on the screen so people can see a bitch. Maybe they'll click on the video. So the idea of the reform thug. Okay. From 14 to 34, they just want the thug, right? Just the flat out thug, right? And she don't really care about the reform. But yeah, once you get like, I'll say 30. Fuck it, I'll say 30. With black women, it's shit. It might be 40, but we'll stick with 30 because they still you got black women in they 40s still popping pussy in the club. But anyway, let's just say 30. So from 15 to 30, they just want the thug. But at 30, it's like, okay, it's time to settle down, maybe get married, maybe have some kids. So she wants that thug to get into God now, and she wants him to get his own trucking business. But she still wants all that edge, all those dopamine hits, and that emotional roller coaster. But just being the God now and get a legit job. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thug, but he got his own business now. He got all the thug edge, sex appeal. He still fucked the taste out of her mouth. He know how to tell her no. She still just want that thug, but just God in the God now, pray now, and got a trucking business. That's the only differences she want. And marry me. But everything, all the other shit, I want to stay the same.
We broke it off because it was not the right situation for us. Like, essentially, we were on two different pages around like what our lives should look like long term, like individually and together. And so after he proposed to me, it was a really sweet engagement actually. We went to Paris. He proposed to me on the Locks of Love Bridge.
Maybe the nigga did have some paper. But it doesn't matter though. Even if he had money, all my points still stand. So damn, she dropped the ball, man. Oh my God. What an idiot. You had some motherfucker proposing to you in Paris at the top of the Eiffel Tower or some shit, and you threw it away to go be a thought. You can't make this shit up. Oh my gosh.
My first husband was a good man, and I divorced him.
Don't just take off, even if you think you're leaving for a good reason.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
So this is what I want to talk about. These women be fumbling incredible lives, man. But so, okay. So this is the point I want to make. It don't matter if you tall, handsome, and rich. If you don't got big nuts and the mind of a basically the mind of a red pill aware dude. Look, she wasn't into him like that, and she didn't respect him. See, money can't buy respect from a woman. Even being tall and handsome can't. It's really like a mindset in the way you carry yourself and the way you handle her. See, because I talk about this all the time. I wish I could pull up somebody's who Instagram do I got pulled up? Okay, this might be a good example, even though this is ridiculous. Hold on. This is crazy, folks. But it'll help me make my point. So the attention she gets being this and getting her 423 likes, I'm sure for her that's like, a million. But and this is her older. I mean, let's see if I can go back down. See if I can find a better example. No. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Like maybe when she was younger or something. Fuck it, we'll use that. Oh, is this her getting rubbed down by? Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll use this. All right, let's do this. Even as a rich, tall, handsome man who's damn near perfect, nothing you'll be able to do in that committed, happy, wholesome, healthy relationship where you set her up in a mansion will be able to match the dopamine hits of being in a fucking waterfall getting rubbed down by muscular Africans. Like, can you imagine the freedom and the dopamine hits and just that feeling? Nothing you're gonna be able to do in a happy, wholesome relationship, even in a mansion, is gonna match this. You see what I'm saying? And that's why women pick this over getting married to a tall, handsome millionaire in Paris at 26. But see, the next thing you know, you're 36, and it ain't looking too good. But yeah, that's a whole nother story.
Like long term, like individually and together. And so after he proposed to me, it was a really sweet engagement actually. We went to Paris. He proposed to me on the Locks of Love Bridge on Christmas Eve. And we spent the rest of our time in Paris.
As soon as something doesn't smell right, man, cut that shit off. And see, guys like that, like that situation, like I said, that's watching guys go through that. My instinct usually is just to laugh at them. But now, if I became like friends with them beforehand, I didn't know they was like that. Like I feel my testosterone drop hanging around the motherfucker, and I really don't want to be around him no more. Like it starts fucking with it starts fucking with me on an internal level. Like, well, maybe I should deal with a dumb bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my internal level, I start to sympathize with the pussy shit. Like, maybe I should put up with a retarded hoe. Maybe that is what's supposed to be. No, it's not supposed to be that, man. If something don't smell right with a bitch, bounce on her. Just take your ball and go the fuck home.
Beta. I am no. I'm an alpha. Beta. Oh, because I tell you why. Beta.
It's a sign of being a beta male.
I didn't know that. Beta.
What, beta?
sweet engagement, actually. We went to Paris. He proposed to me on the Locks of Love Bridge on Christmas Eve. And we spent the rest of our time in Paris, and then we went to London, and then we came back home. That was when I lived in Texas, so then we flew back home to Texas together. Anyways, after we got back to Texas, things started to break down. We had been together for probably 2 years at that point, maybe a little over 2 years. And things were okay. Like, in terms of dating, I was happy. Things were going well. And I think that's why we both said that we were ready to get married. But after we got back home, I really started to think about what the rest of my life would look like with this person. And so I started having conversations with him that I probably should have had early on and throughout our dating relationship together. Things about family. I am super family oriented. He was not. In terms of like our relationship with God, I grew up in the church, and so that was very important to me. So I was going down that path, and he also was not, which is something that I knew. All of that to say, things that I probably should have paid a lot more attention to when we were dating.
So let's be clear. So, okay, see, I mean, that shit sound cute, but man, this is bullshit. This is sounding like bullshit. So you so into God, but you ended up in a 2-year relationship with a motherfucker who wasn't into God. You so into family, but you ended up in a 2-year relationship with a motherfucker who wasn't family oriented. Man, get the fuck out of here. Because women who are truly diehard about their religion, they're not even getting past the talking phase with a motherfucker who don't love God. Women, see, they just be saying shit, but the world don't work like that. Because men, we pay attention to words, dude. We pay attention to words, dude.
You have to pay attention to the dumb shit that bitches will look you dead in the fucking face and tell you. And I'll admit, sometimes it could be difficult because yeah, they can be pretty. Or just like that woman energy can get you just like not thinking right. But you have to listen to words, dude.
Which is something that I knew. All of that to say, things that I probably should have paid a lot more attention to when we were dating, I started to seriously think about after the engagement. And so once I started doing that, like I said, I was probing conversations more, and our relationship started to break down. And so we called it off. We lived together, and I moved out and went on my way.
This is just not true. This is the public excuse she's gonna give. She just wasn't into him. It don't got shit to do with what she said about family and religion and none of that. She was with him for 2 years. She just lost respect for him and wasn't into him anymore for one reason or another. It's just really that simple. And she thought she could do better. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Keep in mind, she's been proposed to on the Eiffel Tower, and then went on a trip to London and wined and dined in London. So let's be clear about that. Keep that in the front of your mind. So I'm not gonna say he necessarily had to be a millionaire, but shit, that sounds like some $250K and up shit. So he was probably older. She was 26. Let's just say he was 36 for the sake of this. If he getting money like that, we'll at least say he was 36. He wasn't married, likely black. He likely was 6 feet, not obese. So this was Mr. 0.02. Think about this, folks. Once they taste better, they can never respect lesser. So anything less than Mr. 0.025, she already don't respect from the jump. Not to mention he got to be handsome, God-fearing, and family-oriented. So now we're talking about zero. So essentially, what this video is going to boil down to is I'm still single at 38 because I haven't found my 0.00025 yet. Because keep in mind, she left a 0.025 in hopes to get a 0.00025. Yeah. She left in a supremely elite man to get an even more supremely elite man. Yeah. Trying to get Boaz with her whole ass. And it's just not gonna happen. Because this guy that she had proposing to her on the Eiffel Tower was already a 5 out of 5 you don't belong on this planet. She already hit the jackpot. She hit the mega millions and threw them back in the water. Does that show you how delusional the female gender is? They will literally forfeit their mega millions and be like, nah, yeah, I hit for 2 billion, but I think if I keep playing this next couple of years, I can hit for 10 billion. So y'all keep this 2 billion.
And our relationship started to break down. And so we called it off. We lived together and I moved out and went on my way. I stayed in Houston for about another year and then I moved to DC to start my life here.
And that's a huge red flag in itself. When women are moving to different states and this and that and proposed in this state then move to that state, the stereotypical train wreck woman. So if you've been single for 8 years, you so into God, so I take it you haven't had sex in 8 years either, right? Right? Yeah, wrong.
Anyways, once I got to DC, dating was a lot of fun. I was meeting people.
Exactly. There we have it. Dating was a lot of fun.
I did a lot of online dating and I did get into a relationship with one guy for, I don't know, almost a year, a little less than a year, and we broke up because it just didn't work out.
Ma'am, that's not a reason. You gave us details on the other guy. Well, so you can brag about going to Paris, so the next nigga that see this video know that's how he gotta come. Well, why did you give so many details on that? Why didn't you just say the other one just didn't work out? Yeah, nothing has been working out. Because let's do the math here. This bitch is 38 years old and she's only given us 3 years of relationship history. You don't find that suspicious? She's missing relationship history for 17 years. But she don't want you to think that deep into it, y'all.
You have to pay attention to the dumb shit that bitches will look you dead in the fucking face and tell you. And I'll admit, sometimes it can be difficult because yeah, they can be pretty. Or just like that woman energy can get you just like not thinking right. But you have to listen to words, dude. In reality, the highest position she's gonna get is side hoe. This woman is fucking nuts. This woman is nuts. Now let's check back in, when that skin starts to sag a little too much and she's going to drift off to nothingness. Because then they start to realize, oh, well, maybe I have to start thinking for a change. Uh-oh, I got to have a personality. I got to be likable when I open my fucking mouth for anything other than sucking cock. What? This is torture. This is hell. This whole concept of women lowering their standard. Bitch, you are the low standard. The fuck are you on about? I don't even lower my standards. You are the low. I would have picked her out in a lineup at a brothel, but outside of that, no.
The only reason she's even existing in the world is because one, she doesn't have the courage to kill herself, and two, people don't want to start problems and just throw her out of a room because she's useless to society. So that's the only reason why they kind of just linger around for the next 30, 40 years. Like they really just linger. Like nobody really wants them. Nobody really cares about them. Unless they're just get horny for a little minute. And then as soon as the horniness is gone, the woman's off there just lingering around. She just lingers, looking for any spare attention.
I so don't mean this to bash her. I'm just talking about like women in general when they hit this shit in life. Like it's the same shit every fucking time for that category of woman. Either they end up the town bicycle or they end up the whole other extreme and no man's ever good enough. Even if this woman finds the exact guy that she's looking for, who's better than her, who's ambitious and has goals and dreams and aspirations. Okay, he's 6 foot tall, 6-pack abs, 12-inch dick, former Olympian, former astronaut, drives a Bugatti. Let's say she finds this exact man. What will woman do after that? She will become incredibly insecure and doubt why that great man is fucking with a 3-year-old woman who couldn't keep a man for the last 15 years. That's exactly what she's gonna do. And she's gonna destroy the relation. She'll find a way to destroy it because her self-esteem is so fucked up that she knows she can't keep him. That's exactly what she's gonna end up back out there, single as fuck. Hey, living my best life. Boss babe. She gonna end up back on the internet. That's where she's going. And you can't help them. At this point, all you can do is hope she's either gonna be a town bicycle, and just have your turn with her and use her as a side bitch, or or hope she just shuts the fuck up and ends up, with some dude that she really don't like, but she's just shutting the fuck up and at least he's housing her type of shit, and just keep her out of the fucking pit. Just keep her over there somewhere. Just go work in a call center. Just get the fuck away from society because you ain't gonna do nothing but piss people off. All right.
I got 2 more memes I want to get off, but I want to say this before I forget. See, this is the problem with women having high self-esteem and high standards. I want to be sensitive. I'm trying to choose the right words here. Because I'm trying to say something without saying it, or like I'm trying to say something without it coming off a way that I don't mean it. What is a woman's value? A woman's value on the dating market. Because that's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about as a child of God, as a niece, as a daughter, as an aunt, as a friend. We're not talking about the value in those fields. We're talking about strictly in the dating market. Your value in the dating market is submitting to a man and being his number 2, pushing out his kids and catering to his needs. Let's say that one more time. Your value on the dating market is finding one man, submitting to him, catering to him, being his helpmeet, pushing out his kids and raising his family, and protecting his image and legacy. That's your value in the dating market. Okay? Cool. Oh, well, let me not stop there. Okay, so your value in the dating market before you get picked by one of those guys is your youth, beauty, fertility, and femininity. And then after you get picked, it's your ability to be a helpmeet to that man, protect his legacy, give birth to his kids, raise his kids, and stay on his program. That's a woman's value, clean, cut, no questions asked on the dating market. Okay? Here's how women become worthless on the dating market. by pricing themselves the fuck out. A woman is supposed to be with her partner by 25. After that, you need to start dropping those standards drastically before you drift off into nothingness, as AD so eloquently put it. I need to illustrate this real quick. We're not gonna stay long on this because I know people drop off when I pull out my notepads and paint. But I need to illustrate this somehow. Because she's over 35, so let's do this. Let's do 15 to 25. This is prime time. Let's just say you're a high value. We'll just call it a woman. You're a high HVM. 15 to 25. You pretty. You young. And let's just give you the benefit of the doubt and say you feminine. Okay, cool. You're a high value woman. Or damn, I say high value M, but y'all know what I mean. High value woman. And see, this is what women don't get. You're a high value woman just based on this right here. You know, let's just call it the first couple of weeks that somebody, getting to know you. She young, she seem to be feminine. So you high value the first couple of weeks. But see, to be high value on that next level, you actually have to like truly be, you might not really be feminine. You might be acting feminine. But over the course of months, when that dude is getting to know you, you gotta show that, you can be loyal, feminine, cooperative, etc. And then you high value on a different level. Right? But see, once we get in this range here, let's just say 25 to 30, you're not high value anymore. Just even at first glance, first time coming up to you and talking to you, you're not really high value anymore. But you still mid tier. Let's call this box here the intangibles. We'll say IT intangibles. Because let's be real, most of the women who have both of these boxes over here on the left between 50 and 25, they're snatched up. They already had their partner. They already know who they marrying. They already locked in. This is a terrible color for me to. I'm hoping y'all can see. This is a terrible fucking color. But y'all get the drift even if you can't see the yellow. I don't know why the fuck I use yellow. Anyway, but women over here on this left side, they already locked down. Most of the overwhelming majority of these women are locked down. I don't know why I put a W, but you get it. Once you get over on this side of the equation, shit is looking shaky. And all that high standards talk is starting to not make sense. It's starting to not make sense from 25 to 30. But okay, maybe you slipped through the cracks. Most men will give women that benefit of the doubt. Maybe you a 25 to 30-year-old slip through the cracks. But here's the problem. So he still sees somewhat mid-high tier first couple of weeks. But then in a couple of months, over the couple of months, we see why she wasn't snapped up over here. Because this is lacking. Right? Okay, but your standards are still high because hey, I'm still in my 20s. I'm cute. I know how to act feminine for the first 5 minutes. So she's not. So she still is somewhat reasonable. Somewhat. She's not completely out of her fucking mind yet to still think she can have these high standards, 25 to 30. But then let's go here. This bottom left. Now we talking. Let's just say Let's just say 35 to 45. She still don't look bad, and that's what make it. She still don't fucking get it. So 35 to 45. I'm sorry, for marriage and serious relationships, you're just flat out low tier. 35 to 45. I don't care how good you look and how feminine you acting, but you still got these high standards, right? But you still not locked down because you still haven't developed the intangibles. But your standards are still lining up with what this woman's standards should have been. Because let's be real, if you deserve those standards, you would have been snatched up here between 15 and 25. And it still would have somewhat made sense if you would have figured out, oh, I need to develop the intangibles, and you could have got locked down between 25 30. But now between 35 to 45, you likely are fully cooked. You are who you are. I'm not going to say it's impossible for you to develop the intangibles at this point. But the point where you're at now, you don't qualify. You just flat the fuck out. Don't qualify for any of these guys up here. You just don't. I mean, you just don't. And you got to keep in mind, the men, let me pick another color. Oh no, we almost done with this chart. I'm sure I'm losing y'all. We almost done with this chart. I'm gonna land my plane. The men who are still available here, 35 to 45, there's a reason they're 35 to 45 and not in relationships. And let's just say he became single because they got fucked over by these women up at the top. He's got his guard up now. This good guy between 35 to 45 who still believe in the fairy tale for some reason, he got his guard up like a motherfucker. Because he's already had 2 relationships up here and they fucked him over. He's not taking this piece of shit down here. He never developed the intangible. See, even the women up here that fucked over guys that didn't have the intangibles, even though it didn't work out and maybe they turned terrible, because I never really talk about this. How do I want to put this? There are women who I would consider wife and relationship material, but they still got their flaws, right? They still got their bullshit with them, and that's why the bullshit that they have with them, the relationship still might not work out. But it didn't work out because she wasn't necessarily wife material or girlfriend material. She's not a bad person, but she just couldn't get a couple of flaws together that deteriorated the relationship. You see what I'm saying? But they did have the intangibles. She's still technically relationship material. If she can get that 1 or 2 flaw together, she might be able to get another relationship, and that other relationship or next relationship might actually work out. But see, by the time those guys who also have the intangibles, who find themselves single again, they got their guard up, they need to look for, and they identify this one who has never really been snatched up or any type of relationship consequence. Look, they can sniff her out pretty fucking quick, and they put her in the fucking dump box only. Okay? But in her mind, she still deserves these standards. Which is just, you're out of your fucking mind at that point. Because at this point, as a woman you're aging, you're not young anymore, you don't have your fertility anymore, you don't have the intangibles. So now, let me pick one more color. Something called DN, and that stands for damn worthless on the dating market. Not as a child of God, not as a mother, a sister, a kindergarten teacher. I'm not saying you're worthless at that. But as far as a serious relationship of consequence where we build a life together and live happily ever after as much as you can You know what I mean? You're damn near worthless. But guess what? You still got these standards. Damn near worthless. We know what that leads to. Buy a dog and die alone. So I said all that to say this. You sitting here kind of cute and kind of fit and, don't look bad with all these standards, but not realizing you're damn near worthless on the dating market. That's the disconnect. Damn near worthless, but high standards. And that's why you're a complete fucking joke on the dating market. And that's likely why you won't ever succeed on the dating market. Because you have champagne taste with beer worth. That's going to be the disconnect for the next 45 years for you, likely.
Yeah, see, this is some other delusion. Okay, who in their right mind? This is severe mental illness. Stay the fuck away from this shit.
That's why a lot of them can't keep a man around. Okay, because once you deal with them outside of fucking, then it's like she figures that, since she's been through a lot and she's a tough, independent woman, that I have standards and my standards are here. If you do not touch these standards, you have no chance with my pussy. And then they're just so incredibly difficult to get with. You're like, fuck it. I don't even want to fuck you anymore.
Okay, one more and then we're going to get back into it. This one last one pretty much sums this up perfectly.
She knows her value has dropped, right? And pay attention, because this is where women end up in complete misery for the rest of their lives. Once they end up in these age brackets and have to get married after 27, 28, 29, 30, she knows that any man who will happily take her on must be of lower value. Why? Because she is now of lower value. The woman now has to weigh her options. Do I just keep living alone and all my friends are married and do have kids and now I'm just alone with my cats, wine, and buffalo burgers and prescription medications? Or get with this guy who must be clearly low value because he's fucking with me. A woman over 28, 29, 30 and or a single mother woman will never love you. You are not what she wanted. You can't be. Okay, in her eyes, you can never be that.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
And let me touch on one more thing before I press play. Because I don't touch on this enough either. She's aged out of the Paris guy. Getting a life built with the Paris guy, she's aged out of that. She's about to be 40. So, and here's the crazy part. Because we always tell women to pick better or just lower your standards and quote unquote settle or whatever. But here's the crazy thing. Pull this up real quick. 36 to 50, exclude married, black. Fuck it. 5, 6. Can be obese. Who make 40K. So a fat 5'6" nigga who make 40K. Here's the thing. That's diabolical. So right outside of the top 20%. Okay. Even this guy, who she feels like she would be settling on like a motherfucker. Guess what? Let me pull this up one more time. She still doesn't have the intangibles, folks. So she's damn near worthless to him too. Even the loser can't do nothing with the bitch. See, I don't dive in on that enough. The loser guy, like he after a few months, I mean, don't get me wrong, he'll be excited. He never really got played like that with women. He'll be excited to be fucking in his face. Oh, I shouldn't have said I'm gonna get banned again, y'all. I gotta start watching my language, I guess now. He'll be this quote unquote loser top 22% guy will be thrilled to pump this vessel full of ranch. How's that, YouTube? You know, for the first few months. But after the excitement of that goes away, after that novelty goes away, he can't do nothing with this damn near worthless bitch as far as a serious relationship. On top of him not being able to do and really he doing her the favor, she's gonna still feel like she's doing him the favor by even being there. So this is where women just get doomed for life. As AD just so eloquently put it. This is where they just end up walking balls of misery for the rest of their life. Because she either stays single and be miserable because she's single and got to watch other people in relationships and think about how she finagled her, you know, opportunity to have kids and a family and a decent life. So that's one option of misery. The next option of misery is to settle for a guy she don't really want and be miserable with that. So no matter what, likely her future is misery. And like the other meme we played, which I'm not gonna play again, and we about to press play again. Even if she get the exact guy she want, pass Olympian, 12-inch dick, Mr. Handsome, this and that, what is she gonna do? She's gonna sabotage the relationship because her self-esteem is so low, and she knows she can't keep him and don't deserve him. So all options lead to misery.
Did get into a relationship with one guy for, I don't know, almost a year, a little less than a year, and we broke up because it just didn't work out. And I've kind of been single ever since, which I said is like, which would be 7 or 8 years at this point. And it's interesting to say the least. And most days I'm completely fine with it. Like, I enjoy my life. I really like being able to get up and go, do what I want to do when I want to do it. And honestly, the older that I get, the more that I appreciate that freedom and also just the peace in knowing that my emotions are mine to manage. I mean, they're always mine to manage, but when I was in relationships.
And let's be clear, no. When women get in relationships, they want the man to manage their emotions, and that's bullshit. Fellas, don't ever get into that trap. Please.
If things were off, if we were arguing, that would definitely impact my emotions and how I felt. And now I don't have to worry about that because there's no other person kind of, you know, involved in the situation. And so I would be lying if I said that it didn't weigh on me every now and then. There are all of these societal expectations that
It's biology, man. It's not about, they always got to blame society. You're a human being. You're not meant to just spend your life alone for the rest of your life. It don't got shit to do with societal expectations.
That are put on us, like, you should get married, you should have kids. I know.
No, see, this is a deflection. This is what Kendra G does. I'll just give it to you. Fuck marriage and kids. Why can't you keep a man around you to save your fucking life? It's cool. Some people don't want kids. Some people don't want to get married. I'll give them that. But nobody believes these women who try to make it seem like not only do they not want kids in marriage, they don't even want a companion. Fuck the kids and fuck the marriage. I'll give you that. You're right. Society pushed this on us. Let's reject societal norms. Why can't you fucking keep a man around you? Don't try to deflect with that. That's what they always try to do.
Why the fuck can't she keep a fucking man? The easiest thing on earth to sell is pussy. You would have a harder time finding drinkable water in Walmart than selling pussy. If this bitch can't sell her damn pussy, that, trust me, dude, that is a much bigger problem than you think it is. Woo! At that point, hey, like I said, either she's an easy town bicycle or keep her the fuck away from me. Because she's proved what she is over the last 15, 20 years. This bitch is gone. She's looking for a unicorn now. This bitch looking for a unicorn. Let her go and let her go look for it. And she gonna end up that old bitch working in a mall or some shit, bitter and angry every Valentine's Day and, you know, and Christmas because everybody asking how come she ain't got no man, and she is done. Man, you know what you do? You treat her just like all those dudes who pumped and dumped her before because they didn't settle for her. You do not acknowledge, you don't deal with that. You fuck her, she'd make a good brothel employee.
Said that it didn't weigh on me every now and then. There are all of these societal expectations that are put on us, like you should get married, you should have kids. I know, like, I'm 90% certain that I don't want kids, and I've always kind of known that about myself. I'm child free by choice, but I'm also a very proud auntie.
What was that shit she was saying about family oriented and religion? Religion say be fruitful and multiply, bitch. You see, they just be talking the talk, bro. What was all that family and religion shit? What religion is that tell you to not have kids? Show you how serious you take your religion. You can't be that family oriented because at a certain age, your relatives aren't your family anymore. Your husband and kids would be your family. Those are your relatives. So you're relative oriented.
Child free by choice, but I'm also a very proud auntie to 2 nieces and a nephew, and that's my feel. Like, they bring me so much joy talking to them, even though we're long distance. They're all in Texas and I'm here, but like reading to them over FaceTime and going with them to the playroom to play virtually, like, who knew? But with that being said, the thought of parenting every single day for me feels so overwhelming, and I've always felt that way about it. And so it's just not something that I want to do. Long story made short. Because
you selfish as fuck. And that's how men read it. See, oh my goodness, that's how men read it, man. Men do not, even men who don't want kids read that wrong. As crazy as that may sound. That's what I'm saying. It's damn near impossible for a woman to not be cringe on the dating market single over 25. It's damn near impossible. Because, yeah, you selfish as fuck. And that's not going to serve you well in even a relationship. Oh, God. Because what do I always say? Relationships and marriages, it's a service position for the man and the woman. Yeah, relationship just ain't for you. Focus on something else. Hope you make at least $150,000 a year, though. Because shit keep getting more and more expensive. You're going to have to retire. And what if you get sick? And what about when you get old? Oh, never mind.
If you want me to talk more about that, I can, but I won't bore you if you're not interested. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. I'm single, and societal expectations tell me that by now I should be married, or at the very least in a relationship, and that hasn't happened for me because I've been focused on other things.
That's cap. Cap. You've been on dating apps. You've been trying to date. That's cap. You 37, 38 years old. You've been trying to date for 20 years. This is another thing Kendra do. She only wants you to focus on the last 3 or 4 years of being single. What about the 17 years of unaccounted for time on the dating market? Other than the 2 relationships that lasted 3 years total. You 38, you've been on the dating market since 18. 20 years minus the 3 years you were in a relationship. 17 years unaccounted for. We don't believe that you weren't dealing with men or on dating apps at all in any way for those 17 years. They don't want you to think that deep into it, fellas.
I think figuring out who I am as a
If you haven't figured out who you are by 38, you're never gonna figure it out.
woman, finding my voice as a recovering people pleaser and someone who has struggled with anxiety and doubting myself in a lot of different ways. Like really focus.
Oh, the doubt and anxiety is only going to increase, baby. You getting older, the wrinkles are coming in. Because think about it, your whole identity was being a hot piece of fuck meat for the past 20 years, and that's going bye-bye. So trust me, it's not going to get any better with the anxiety and doubting your identity and shit. Trust me. When you look in the mirror and see a whole different person than you've seen for the past 20 years, that's going to be a hell of an identity crisis.
Focusing on getting to know who Lauren is at my core and loving on her.
So think about this. She's been single for 17 years as an adult. You didn't figure nothing out in 17 years? You didn't find out who you were in 17 years? You didn't find your peace and confidence and all this other shit in 17 years of being single?
And finding ways to build self-care into my everyday has been important to me. I also really enjoy solo travel. So travel has been important to me.
When you ride a carousel, you can do a last minute trip to Tokyo. When you ride as a woman and get out and fuck around, get all your food paid for. You done found some beta simp to pay for all your shit when you got there, in exchange for just sitting on his shoulder and smiling. You'll find some man to pay for all your food. Isn't that a big coincidence? That's a coinky dink.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
It's just something about that rubs me the wrong way.
The older woman just, they'll say either she hit a wall, or they'll say things like she just set in her ways. They'll say things like, she too aggressive, she too assertive, things like that. Try to act like woman in her 40s and 50s is no good, basically. Like she's inferior because she's set in her ways. She doesn't want to change. She doesn't want to let a man lead.
Yes.
They don't want a woman their age because they know darn well a woman their age is not going to tolerate nor endure their nonsense.
Oh, yeah, right. God.
If you are single and you're living your life and you have a life to live, you have a rich, full life, you are winning. You are winning. See, y'all like to think, Anita's not married. Anita don't have a man. She's not winning. Baby, yes, I am. Because remember, the only two options for me are a great man who is masculine, who's a leader, who takes initiative, who is warm and loving and kind and protective. So if I can't have this, then it's this. Anita's gloriously single. Anita's gloriously single. She has a life that she loves. She has people that love her and that she loves. She has purpose in the world. She has work that is fulfilling. She has great relationships with. That's it.
That's all, folks.
That singleness only hits you at night. When you ripping and running throughout the day, when you at work, when you whatever extracurricular activities, when you doing hobbies, when you at the gym, you don't even care about being single. That's not even on your mind. But when you pull up to the house at night and you get in that bed alone, that's when you be like, I really wish I could cuddle up with somebody, or I really wish I could tell somebody about my day.
That's
every day has been important to me. I also really enjoy solo travel. So travel has been important to me. Finances, paying off my student loans, and saving for retirement. All of those goals are things that I've been
Saving for retirement would be a whole lot easier with another income in the house, wouldn't it?
every day has been important to me.
See, that's the part they don't really. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What do you do for a living, man? Like, yeah. See, they don't think about the practical part of it. So, but see, so she this whole video, she's done nothing wrong her entire life. Single at 38 on the dating market, but she never did anything wrong on the dating market, according to her, if you let them tell it. And that's why she'll never find somebody. Because accountability is what helps you grow as a person. And that's why most women never grow to that next level of womanhood, because they refuse to take accountability for anything they ever did wrong. So you can't take accountability for it. How can you change for the better?
been focused on for the last few years. And I know what you'll say, like, hey, can't you do all of those things and be in a relationship? Yes.
You see that moment? Ding bat fucking brain freeze. Ding bat brain freeze. Oh my gosh. She didn't think that one out.
Are you fucked? How fucked up are you, bitch? Are you fucking retarded? This is... And dingbats. Don't be mad at them. Just realize how they're fucking dingbats. When she's so fucking great, so is she such a great potential wife and all this shit? Who was she fucking when she was 22 and 23? Was she fucking the nice guys? The nice guys who don't have any kids and all this? Who was she fucking? I tell you who she was fucking. She was fucking a guy who didn't give a fuck. That's who she was fucking back then. See, she's not gonna touch on all that. We gonna leave that quiet. We put that over there somewhere. That we can focus on these evil men's now. We gonna leave that out. Now, like I said in older videos, right? Since she was fucking those guys back then, talking like William Shatner, she was fucking those guys back then. Her pussy is literally calibrated for that type of guy. So even if she gets the nice guy, her pussy is not calibrated for that shit. She's been fucked hard, rough, 6 ways from Sunday, dude. By complete asshole motherfuckers that kicked her out the next morning. All right? I remember I fucked the bitch rough here one time. This is before I met my girl. And I fucked her rough here. And walked her out to her fucking Uber. Her makeup was all white because I was spitting on the bitch's face and licking her face and I just spitting in her mouth, spitting all over her. So her makeup was all gone. You mean to tell me she can go back to vanilla sex with the nice guy who's nice and brought me flowers? You think she's really happy with that shit? Be honest with yourself. Fuck out of here, man. See, because she knows she can pull this shit on that weak punk ass American bitch-made feminist crowd. She can pull that shit on them motherfuckers. She can't pull that on me. I already know what that is.
So I'm gonna tell y'all the exact reason why she's been single for years. And it's the same woman, it's the same reason why any woman is single for years and years. There's only one reason why a woman is single. I could even give a bitch a pass on she was single for a year or two. She was focusing on herself. Let's just give them that. But this is the reason why any woman has been single and looking on a dating market for longer than, well, I'll just put it like this. Any woman single on a dating market longer than 2 years, everyone. This is the reason why.
They get stuck in this endless trap of all the men I want don't want me and or are already married, or the men who want me, I don't want them. So they end up like stuck in the middle.
We know this woman is good looking enough, fit enough to get a man. Most men. But she don't want the men that want her. And the men she want don't want her. That's why she's been single for 8 years. It's that simple.
Those things and be in a relationship? Yes. Yes. But it just hasn't worked out that way for me, honestly. And that's okay. I'm back on an online dating website. It's called The League. And I've matched with some seemingly really nice guys. My communication is inconsistent. And it makes me wonder, am I even interested in dating right now? So much of my life is like up in the air, right? Like I'm trying to leave DC. I want to travel abroad. And so a piece of me feels like I'm not even in a place to be able to date, to be able to date seriously. And so maybe that is being conveyed in my lack of consistency in communicating with these men. Or maybe I'm just not interested. I'm trying to figure out, I guess I'm in a place where I'm trying to figure out if it's worth it. Like I said, a lot of my friends and family members are married at this point, and I look specifically at the women, and it just seems that women make so many sacrifices.
Knew that was coming. They all say the same shit, man. I knew that was coming. I mean, yeah, there's pros and cons to everything. Yeah, but see, I'd rather have somebody there for me and helping me pay these damn bills and helping me through the hard times, because life is fucking hard. So I'll take the cons that come with having a life partner to help me through this shitty life. Yeah, absolutely. Especially as a woman, specifically as a woman. That's an easy fucking choice.
All y'all do the same shit, whether you was some homeless shit trying to dig cigarettes out of a trash can or you living in the White House. She wouldn't have to resort to online dating. If her personality was just so great and she was amazing. Oh Lord, I know. If she says something intelligent, I'll give her credit for it. But I'm willing. It's gonna be some dumbass shit.
So we already know what she about to say. Marriage isn't worth it because I got to give up my identity. You just said you don't know what your identity is. So, but anyway, we already know what she about to say. She's gonna have to not travel as much and not. Yeah, it's called sacrifice. You know what? I got to meme. I'm sorry. I got to play this shit. Yeah, it's called sacrificing for another fucking human. It's called considering somebody else other than your fucking self. That's what you call it.
Her best bet is to take her dumb ass to some fucking to some etiquette school and and learn and or go on a boot camp where you get women who can keep men around and have kids and can keep a family going. Send her to boot camp. Her boot camp would just be picking her ass up and making her sleep on the couch in those houses and study that woman who can keep a fucking man and kids and you know and all that shit. That's her boot camp. Send her ass to her married friend's house. That needs to be her fucking vacation. Talk about trying to get her away to what? Go to Spain for some shit like bitch. No, that concert don't give a fuck about you. All right, your trip needs to be to ask your married friend if you come over and take notes. That needs to be your vacation. All right, I'll give you the AD grant. All right, I'll give you the AD scholarship. I will provide a pen, a notepad, some shitty laptops you can type some shit on. And I'm expecting a 20-page paper after 3 weeks on your thoughts on what it means to actually genuinely think about another human. And it's not all about you and your pussy.
Yeah, this turning out to be a classic. I gotta put this in the classic bin, y'all. Last night's stream was a classic too, but YouTube, they said fuck no. I said something too crazy. Hopefully, I ain't say nothing too crazy to get this one flagged. I'll keep y'all posted. That was a perfect meme. I don't know if we've ever had a more perfect meme moment that lined up with the woman we were going over than that. She need to get the AD grant and do a 20-page paper on how to give a fuck about another human being other than herself. But let's hear this shit. Yeah, this is a classic fucking. It's not meant to be a roast. It's just real shit.
Figure out, I guess I'm in a place where I'm trying to figure out if it's worth it. Like I said, a lot of my friends and family members are married at this point, and I look specifically at the women, and it just seems that women make so many sacrifices in their relationships in marriage, but that's not what I want for myself. If it means having to, I'm not gonna say anything because I just want to keep the peace. But meanwhile, it's causing me turmoil on the inside, and I'm frustrated, and I feel like my needs aren't being met,
and that goes for both parties. But you make sacrifices and bite your tongue sometime for the greater good. You wouldn't know anything about that because you're not a decent human.
I'm single right now, and if my needs aren't being met, that's on me to figure out or not. I just, maybe I'm just having a reckoning when it comes to relationships, and maybe defining what a good relationship romantically looks like for me.
If you've been a tramp for 15 years, there is nothing in your work history that says you are ready for any type of genuinely decent relationship that has anything to do with anything more than your bubble butt and taking a fucking cock up it. You see what I'm saying? But you can't tell women, especially at this age, because you know why you can't tell her this? I'm gonna tell you why. Because what's gonna happen is she's gonna go, ooh, that AD, he don't know what he's talking about, and she'll go hop right back on some online date or some shit and sell her jiggly butt again. She'll go up there and sell it again, thus giving her more work experience in the wrong field. But you can't tell her that because somebody always wants to shove a hard object up her fluffy cheeks. And then time goes by. It's going to keep going by. It's going to go by, and she's going to end up like her. She's going to want Derek's cock, Andrew's money, Andre's sense of humor, Sean's laugh, Fred's car, Alex's house, all in one man, and she's going to end up like that.
Yeah, that's a bar to leave on.
She may smell bad. She may be awful at sex. She may give terrible blowjobs. She may be terrible to actually walk down the street with. She may be very just awkward or mean or rude. So we don't know. Prince Charming is for young, youthful, pretty bitches who know how to be submissive. That's not for you. Women are walking balls of misery that just learn how to look cute, look like something you might want to fuck a few times. But they're all walking balls of misery, man. All of them. Being pretty only gets you so far. It'll get you into a bed. It'll get guys, matching with you on online dating, getting that validation from there, getting comments on Instagram, trying to get in her pussy, telling her whatever she want to hear. Yeah, women should be empowered. Yeah, all that shit. Yeah, it'll get all that. But actually sitting and existing with a motherfucker, that's where woman struggles every time. Mark my word. Mark my fucking word. Look at Halle Berry. Halle Berry can't keep a fucking man. That bitch, that bitch is literally fucking documented in history as one of the baddest bitches. Angelina Jolie and Halle Berry, they documented as the most beautiful bitches on earth, on ER fucking F. And they can't keep a man.
Something must be wrong with Halle Berry. She can't keep a man. Who's to say I want to keep a man? I don't want to keep the wrong man. Like, I'm not crazy. No. Right? No. So when you find that you make a mistake, we all make mistakes. We have a right to say, oh God, this was a mistake. Let me start again. We have a right to do that.
Right. When it comes time to actually sit with somebody and to be a fucking human, you have to expand your mind past jiggling your tits on ball sacks. All right? That's not enough to be a good human, to be worth hanging out with, to exist with. Now, you might get a couple random cocks off Tinder and Bumble to reassert your self-esteem that at least you can be a good hooker. God, like, why the f are women so goddamn dense with this shit? You would think at some point they would grow, but they'd rather just project all their issues on the men. What the fuck has she actually elaborated on to make you be like, to make me go, it'd be a good idea to go just to walk down the street with this hoe. It'd be a good, I'd have fun. Nothing. This is why people do not hold much weight into anything women say. All right? I don't know if I'm going to even last this whole video, man, because I don't know if I can, like, bear to listen to this shit. I don't know if I can bear to do this shit. But we going to try. Where is she getting this idea that she'd even make a good partner? If she shuts the fuck up, she can get pumped and dumped. But to actually have to talk to her and deal with her personality, and once you start hearing what they talking about, most men, then it starts to click. Wow, I don't want to be around her. Boop! And then the man's, oh, here, hold this, I'll be right back. And the man just disappeared. When women end up like this, it should get to a point where government should just appoint them a man to marry. They just have to do it. Or just be alone. They should not be legally allowed to make decisions in dating on their own at this point. You would literally be better off betting that bacteria would survive a good dousing of Lysol than finding her a man. That's fucked up. But that's the mathematical reality. I am roast her personally. But it's just a part of the game, man. You push it on the internet, you gotta be ready for the good and the bad. So deal with it.
I just maybe I'm just having a reckoning when it comes to relationships, and maybe defining what a good relationship romantically looks like for me. I don't know. I feel like this is kind of all over the place. All that to say, I'm single. I've been single for 7 or 8 years, and I'm in my late 30s, and shit, I don't even know if I want to be in a relationship at this point.
No, nobody believes you. What, for the next 40 and like once again, for the next 45 years? Think about how ridiculous that sounds. Look at her face, everybody. This is sick, sad, and pathetic, and I don't hate her. I wish she would just grow the fuck up. But that's uncomfortable. And if it's one thing women don't like, it's discomfort. For her to actually face the issues she need to face, go to therapy, change what she need to change, yeah, that's too discomforting. And that's what's stopping them from growing and being decent humans.
Which is also scary to me. Can I say that? Like, it is scary for me to say out loud that I may not want to be in a relationship. Like, do you get that? Like, because if I embrace the fact that I might not want to be in a relationship, what then? Like, what next? And I know logically it's like, well, Lauren, just keep living your life and working towards goals that you have for yourself. And the list is 50 pages long of goals that you want to do. Hello, Gemini brain that never turns off and wants to go on so many different adventures and side quests.
Exactly, because that's what it's about to women. Dopamine hits, adventures, and side quests, and being excited and happy all the time. And it's an impossible thing to happen. Yeah, and honestly, solo traveling is cool, but it get old after a while. Everything's gonna get old after a while. That career that don't give a fuck about you is gonna get old. You're gonna get tired of carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. At about 42 to 45, you're gonna be like, okay, I'll suck your dick, I'll be submissive, I'll be feminine. Just please, somebody take me, and it's gonna be too late. That's the sad part about all this.
Anyways, no shortage of goals that I can pursue, but even still, it's like, so I grow old by myself? And then what does that look like? I'm getting caught up because there's guilt that I'm feeling that's coming up for me right now in fully embracing, saying out loud, one, that I don't want to be a mom, or that I don't want to have children, or that I am child-free by choice. I guess of those three, saying I'm child-free by choice feels best. So we'll go with that. Equally, there's guilt that comes up in me saying that maybe I just don't want to be in a relationship. Because am I jinxing myself? Am I cutting myself off from a possibility that maybe I should continue to stay open to?
Well, and let's be real, when she says that, she's talking about this guy, Mr. 22.2. Yeah, because that Mr. 22.2, as you age, even he ain't gonna want you. So the longer you prolong this, the worse this guy's gonna get. Yeah, the worse this guy gonna get. You went from a top 22.2 to a top 35.6. Yeah, this guy just gonna keep getting worse. Trust me. Yeah, the longer you wait to settle, the worse the guy is that you're gonna have to settle for.
I don't know.
He's literally having a meltdown in front of our camera. She's having an existential crisis in front of our eyes. Watch that again. That dead thousand cock stare into the air.
Equally, there's guilt that comes up in me saying that maybe I just don't want to be in a relationship. Because am I jinxing myself? Am I cutting myself off from a possibility that maybe I should continue to stay open to. I don't know. So if you can't tell, I'm smack dab in the middle of trying to figure out what I want my life to look like romantically. And I'm in my late 30s. I know that I have a whole lot of stuff together that I'm really proud of in my life. But then there's stuff like this where it's like, I don't know anybody like me to model myself after. Okay, I'm about to get emotional. I don't know anybody like me that.
Don't feel sorry for her. Don't you dare. She got an inbox full that she's ignoring.
Is child-free, that is child-free by choice, and starting to wonder if she even wants to be in a relationship or get married. And that's scary because it feels lonely. I don't know what this journey looks like. I guess the main reason why I wanted to make this video is to connect with people who maybe think like I think.
By the time a woman usually is now active in these social media worlds, and it's like with a direct intent, like she's focused, she is horrifically fucked up. Horrifically fucked up. Women who are succeeding as women very rarely are genuinely entertained, you know, by doing shit like this. They usually try to run from the camera. Every friend and family member I know who's married with their man and they got kids and all that shit, everyone, every single one, the woman does not do social media.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Because those women, they can't keep up with that because they're so busy keeping up with reality and actually being a decent woman to they man. You see what I'm saying?
I wanted to make this video is to connect with people who maybe think like I think, and to hear your thoughts and maybe even get a little encouragement. Anyways, I wish that this video was a lot more cohesive than it is coming out, but I'm gonna post it anyway because this is the real Lauren Renee, and if I'm not vulnerable, then I'm not able to connect with my people. So this is me being vulnerable.
You need to go talk to a professional, boss babe. I'm sure you got the money for it. You really need to go talk to a professional.
Vulnerable. I hope.
All right, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Hopefully this video don't get deleted. I'll catch y'all later tonight. Check out my exclusive episode I just did right before I came live. You don't want to miss it. It's a good episode. $5 a month get you access to 2 exclusives a weekend. All right, I'll catch y'all later. The link to join the membership, or you could join the Patreon,